I'm going to try to keep this brief, but hello, I'm Holly. I'm starting this YouTube channel where I pretty much just document myself doing and learning about everything that comes to mind or I feel like doing. So that's very broad. So the reason I'm actually recording this video now is partly just a temporary intro to the channel, but also as a way to combat my perfectionistic tendencies, like the negative side of it, obviously, that a lot of people can relate to, I feel, which is just when you have ideas and then you start doing them but then you never really execute on them because it's never perfect enough, or you never actually release something to the world because it's never perfect enough. And I've had a tendency to do this a lot. Now, in saying that, I've done a lot of things that I have actually started and sort of released, but I have a tendency, this is in sport and in video making, like photos, dev work, these are all sort of things that I'll be doing, to do that. Even with things like I'm going to do a lot of skill, sort of physical learning based things, even general learning on this channel, like just going through different topics. Like, say I'm just really interested in the pyramids, I feel like I want to do just discussion videos and interesting, well done videos by that point, not just this sort of I'm sitting down, no script, just a couple ideas about what I want to talk about videos where they go into depth about that and I can actually discuss topics I like with people. Anyway, all that sort of thing. Everything, I tend to go into a spiral, like a perfectionistic spiral, and never end up finishing it. So I thought I'd record this video as an intro to this channel, completely imperfectly, to directly combat that. Now, in saying that means it's going, so I'm not going to try and color grade it. I haven't tried to set up any lights or anything like that. Although this is a decent sort of I'm looking at this me recording through the camera on my thing now. It doesn't look too bad. Because I'm using Sony A7 III. I like photos and filmmaking and stuff like that, so I've got a bit of a base knowledge on that going into this. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother even probably cutting this up too much. So this is gonna probably be insufferable to listen to, because part of this whole process is also gonna be me getting better at articulating my thoughts and ideas quickly in a high pressure environment. I'm gonna call this high pressure for the sake of calling it high pressure, because if I ramble on too much, that's not good. Or it makes, for later videos where I actually do edit it up, it'll make it harder to edit for me and all that stuff. But yeah, side note, I really think it's important to get good at articulating and communicating effectively. And I've been thinking this for a very long time, and I work on it a lot, and I try and observe it in other people a lot. And it's a skill I want to master. One of many skills I want to master, which is going to be sort of the theme of this channel. Skill mastery. I'm trying to decide whether it's skill mastery or not, because there's a lot of things I want to do and learn about. And I know to master things, you've got to sort of hone in on one thing. But I love too many things. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I just need to get the ball rolling with this. So I'll come up with a channel motto and a channel whatever at some point, but it doesn't matter. For this is basically just a self-journal. This is, okay, going into another topic now. This is a self-journal. This is what this channel will be. A video journal of just the things I've done. I've been thinking for a long time. I've been someone I'm sure a lot of people do this. They start journaling, and you go for a few weeks, and then you stop for ages, and then you might do a random one, and then you start again. I think, journaling consistently is actually so important. That's writing. the amount of things that I wouldn't even realize that I've forgotten is like insane. Like, it actually scares me, you know? You know, when people bring up, oh, do you remember this and doing this, and they clearly remember some fun time about you and you remember nothing about it. That freaks me out. Like, that's like fun memories that I can't retrieve, like, based off just words. Like, I'd need to see a video to see it, which is part of the reason why, again, I'm doing this, because like video journaling, if you actually want to look back in your life properly and share it like with like people later down the line, like, you can't get any better than that. Like, you can see the person. It's not just like word storytelling. It's not just like scribbles on a piece of paper. So that's another big reason I'm doing this. I've already done that sort of on like my personal channel, which I'm not sure whether I start a separate channel or just use the one that I have those videos on already. We'll see what I do. But there, I've already done that. And those are videos also done where it's just sort of clips of when we do things. Like, it's just training videos. I do athletics. I'm a hurdler, although this season I'm focusing on sprints. I've been kind of injured for the last 2 years. I'm really washed right now, like really washed. But it's okay. I have full belief that I'll come back. Not come back, because I don't think the standard I was at was even that good anyway. Like, that I can be something a lot better. I believe in myself to maximize my physical potential for what my genetics have given me, if that makes sense. So yeah, side note on that, I've already sort of done that, training videos, and like two videos from when I went away overseas to like Vanuatu, and like, they don't have any sort of, I'm gonna say, like, there was no planning really involved with them. It was just filming. And like, it was good to have no pressure with that, because I am someone who, yeah, if I do something, I want to do it like really properly. But there's obviously a danger to that. Like I said, this goes back to the perfectionist thing. And I just need to pump out some sort of video. Although, in saying that, videos on this channel, there will be ones that I will dedicate to just being high quality. But then I'm thinking, maybe there'll be ones like this, where it's just me talking, and it's gonna start out terrible, like this one, where it's like really unstructured. There's almost like I'm not gonna edit anything over this. This is just gonna be like just straight video, but to make sure I get it out. But I have so many nodes, and they go and they fly off to like different other connections, and then I go back to something, and then I come back out to something else, and I come back. And like, it's gonna seem like that, and it's gonna be really disorganized. This feels really disorganized talking to this right now. Like I said, coming back to another point earlier, I just want to get better at communication. But then maybe this would be a good video to have every now and then consistently. Again, more so for the self-journaling aspect. Like, I don't really care if anyone watches these or not, because at the end of the day, like, this is just a log for me to look back on. Yeah. So I haven't really discussed who I am, or really what I'm actually going to be doing, because I don't even fully have a plan for this yet. But anyway, I'm Holly. I am 20 right now. I am currently in university for software engineering. I'm in the midst of making a platform for performance marketing, pretty much, called OpenTribe. Also, through that, there's a lot to this, but it's sort of like a whole ecosystem. So it's like a marketing platform, and also there's like a media division to it, so we're filming stuff with that, and there's a potentially like a marketing strategy sort of agency side to it, to help fund the development of the actual platform and get people into the platform. And also there's like the software development side to it as well, because software has changed. Like I said, I'm in a software engineering degree for 2 years now. I've got technically 2 years to go if I continue to finish it, but like it's changing so fast, and I've seriously got to be like executing and just making right now to maximize on this opportunity I have, especially before it becomes more mainstream and people realize how the potential of it, and then it becomes a bit saturated. But to be honest, I'm not actually worried about that. Like, I believe in myself to be able to win regardless of that and create great things regardless of that, because I think the actual true value is in taste now and just creative ideas, which I think are my strength. I'm hoping my strength. I feel like in my head they're my strength, and like the actual execution of that and a few other things as well, just to be very surface level. But basically, regardless of how many people try, get good with all these tools now and how efficient people get, I still believe in myself to be able to do great things in software. Anyway, so that's a side thing. Under OpenDrive, the development thing, I'm also working on another app called Huddle, which is an under 16 messaging app in response to the Australian social media ban. So it's like it's like a simpler app where you can only add people via Bluetooth, and it doesn't have like all your like stories and like traditional social media features, which are the reason for why the ban is happening. It doesn't have that. I've been talking to a few people in the like child safety space, and they reckon there's like a need for this sort of thing for them, especially given all the talk about it right now. The timing is perfect with the ban. Like, so yeah, I'm hoping that's on test flight on Apple now, if you're familiar with that, just in internal mode, but hopefully I get that out in the next month. But yeah, this could be long. I don't know how long this is going to be. Like I said, I came into this with no plan. I'm just talking. No one will probably watch this, but I don't mind. So, I don't even know if I cut this up or not. I feel like I should, because there's, like, why would anyone want to watch this? But yeah, that's sort of what's happening. So, I'm doing that. I also train pretty much nearly every day. Let me rephrase that. So I train for track as my sport, and I've done track since I was like, I technically started when I was like 8 in little A's, and I sort of didn't like little A's, to be honest, when I was growing up. Then went out of it for like a year at 12, came back into it, did the school system, did all right through that over the years, like progressed up to like a decently high sort of level with that, moved away to a bigger town in Australia, and yeah, and then sort of haven't really competed since I've moved, so there's a long history with that. But basically, I train for track at the moment. This season, I'm focusing on sprints, like I said earlier. But I'm actually like, hurdles has historically been my event. 100 and 400. So yeah, I do all of that. It's hard to sort of define yourself like so quickly, and also like off the top of your head. I'm someone who's like, I'm interested. A whole reason for this channel is because I'm interested in so many things, and I just want to talk about and like film the process of learning all the things I'm interested in, and just talking about and being interested in the things I'm interested in. I don't know. Sorry, that's really bad articulation. But for example, I think the first thing I'm going to do is getting good at friggin' fingerboarding. I haven't actually started like filming the video for this yet, but I bloody should, because I've already learnt to ollie, and And I feel like that's kind of a critical... You're not seeing it now, but let's watch this. Let's see if we can do it on the laptop. Not really. Yeah, you can sort of see that. But yeah, another thing I'll do, I gotta get back into cubing as well. I might do some gaming. I'll be streaming on Twitch. I did an album review of which was probably not very entertaining, but like I said, I just need to do something of what happened to the streets by 21 Savage. Like summary, meh. Like I gotta let it simmer, but like I'm not. Doesn't really stand out. I reckon Step Brothers is my number one at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what this is. I did write a few little things down to address, but yeah. Oh yeah, posting also keeps me accountable to learning the things I want to learn. Like, yeah, posting keeps me accountable and more likely to actually continue with these things properly. As much as I hate to admit that, I wish I just had the absolute skill to just hold myself completely accountable regardless. But I honestly think even just posting things with no one watching is probably enough, or will do wonders for me. And it doesn't mean that's a skill I can't develop either. Like, I shouldn't be ashamed that using external accountability tools to make me do more things and be more productive is, like, why should I be ashamed of doing that if it's going to make me be more productive? Like, that's what matters at the end of the day, is basically what I'm sort of trying to say. So yeah, a lot of the things, will also involve, like, just, like, physical mastery at certain things. Physical mastery. Like, I just want to get, obviously, the best as I physically can, reach my genetic cap at sprinting. But also, like, I want to get into archery. I want to do other things eventually, like bobsledding. I want to play footy. Soccer skills, that's one of the things I'm working on at the moment. Skateboarding, that's another one thing I'm working on at the moment, which is kind of why I, like, got the fingerboard as well. I just want to do as many things, talk to as many people and meet as many people as I can, which I'm hoping if I do ever get any sort of views, that is what that allows me to do. Connect with people who are also interested in these certain topics, and just to learn more about them and those things that they do, those skills, all that sort of thing. I'm speaking very vaguely right now, but that's the premise of it. So yeah, I probably should wrap it up because, like, I'm just gonna go in circles. But this is me posting an imperfect video, and hopefully my following videos are a bit better, and hopefully I get better at articulating and getting ideas down. But hopefully no one watches this either, because this is kind of embarrassing. But I'm just, for the principle, I'm going to post it anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this channel.